Welcome to Inovatree's Knowledge Nugget series. Today we are going to talk about how to choose a law firm for your intellectual property needs. Whenever a business or entity wants to establish themselves in the market and wants to grow, one major aspect apart from the products and services businesses invest in is the protection of their assets through various means such as patents, trademark, copyrights, trade secret strategies. All of this comes under intellectual property, and also through data privacy compliance, open source compliance, and contracts management. Protection of all these assets indicates survival and growth of business, without which sustenance becomes risky as ideas can be easily copied and implemented. Intellectual property is one of companies' biggest assets. One part of investing in an idea is to help people with products, services, and technology that does not exist thus far. And the other part is to bring revenue and profit to business in order to grow and sustain. Now, you must have an idea of why securing intellectual property should not be overlooked. The next step is to hunt down for a law firm. Law firm should be chosen very wisely as it is one of the crucial initial investments that will not only determine protection of your assets but also your success. There are a number of factors you should look when you choose an IP firm. Today, we will cover the key points for the same. Step number 1 is to identify your requirements. List down all your requirements and figure out what do you need help with. Patent, trademark, trade secret strategies, copyright, or a combination of these services. Once it is clear, then you can move further and hunt down for the law firms based on their area of expertise. Next step is to find out if the law firm has registered IP agents and attorneys. It is important to find out if the professionals of the law firm are registered or not. It gives a sense of security to know that a team of well-qualified professionals are handling your legal matter. So, choosing an IP firm having registered IP agents and attorneys should be your number one priority. Then comes the number of years of experience. Years of experience of an IP professional gives you an insight into their professional journey. You can also find out how efficiently they have handled their previous cases. An experienced professional would know how to strategize and approach different matters he or she is dealing with. So, try and find someone with considerable years of experience in the field. Fourth step is to identify if the firm understands technology. After knowing if the IP firm has registered professionals, it is crucial to find out how well the attorney understands the technology. Technology evolves and changes with the blink of an eye. Having an IP firm with less or no knowledge of technology could prove to be very risky. So, it is recommended that you do this research beforehand you finalize the law firm. Your attorney should match with your frequency before you assign or hire him. Then comes the location of the firm. In today's age, everything is digital. If it comes to services of great value, you should not let geographical limitations to stop you from reaching out to IP firms of quality. Now, you have a wider reach to almost everything. So, given such opportunity, you can acquire expertise from professionals across the globe. Let's not forget about transparency. Transparency is one of the core values that determine success. Transparency instills honesty and openness. It does not put you in a situation of question mark as to what will happen next and what is going on. So, you must choose an IP firm that professes transparency as one of their core values. Then comes the promptness of service. Since IP is based on timeline, the firm should provide details as well as perform actions accurately on time. When it comes to IP, deadlines cannot be missed because once it is missed, it could mean you have to file for the case all over again. Now comes the major part, which is innovation management. If you look at big companies that have their businesses up and running successfully, one of the huge success factors these businesses have is how well they manage their innovation. These big players invest in having their own innovation management center that takes care of the implementation and management of innovation in the company. But what about small entities and businesses or a person? What about their innovation management? Clearly, having an invention is not where the journey ends. It is the beginning of a bigger picture, and it is where innovation management comes in. Generally, in current scenario, what most IP firms are doing is they are giving you the service for which they are hired for. It could either be patent, trademark, copyright, and so on. And their role ends once the procedure is over and you have what you have hired them for. But what about innovation management part? What about finding if the particular idea or product you are investing your time and energy in is going to give you profit? If that idea is going to be fruitful in years to come? How will that be identified? Managing innovation can save you from future downfalls and bring insights into the growth and generation of revenue. It also gives you insights on what markets to reach for and in which part of the world your product will be successful, or what changes are to be implemented in order to make products and services more successful. Innovation management is a tedious process but a crucial one, and it is something that many firms do not provide. So, if you are an entity or a beginner in your innovative journey and you do not have access to these tools and techniques, then find out law firms that provide total end-to-end innovation support. Right from the genesis of an idea to the implementation of that idea in the form of a product or service. And not just implementation, but also the future prospects of it, as well as taking care of other crucial aspects, which are data privacy, contracts, open source compliance, and so on. Also, how it is going to affect business. If it's going to help business in acquiring profits, as well as identifying if the idea needs modification, changes, or just need to let go if it is detrimental. Since innovation management is the backbone of business, it should not be taken lightly. Big businesses do not reach out to law firms because they have their own set of lawyers and team. But small firms, small businesses, and entities need this guidance and support if they aspire to succeed. Clearly, innovation management does not only involve IP. Innovation management also reflects in contracts, data privacy, and open source compliance. So, it is important that you choose one firm that will provide full insights on protecting your IP as a whole and not just stop at one aspect of it. So, I hope these points will help you next time you will look for a law firm for your IP needs. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. You can also find our social media handles in the description below, and feel free to contact us for more details.